Hi everybody, it's Mark Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers!
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
TFBS Ranger fan, TFBS Ranger fan. This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Wednesday, October the 29th. My name is Jim, and as always, I am joined on the other side of the window by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. I've re-energized after staying up late last night watching that win last night, the shutout. So I'm doing pretty well. I've recouped my energy, and I'm ready to roll.
Excellent. Rangers coming off a 2-0 win last night in Vancouver. Not a dry eye in the house for JT Miller.
Well, I don't know about
5.5
that.
seasons there. I guess I really didn't. I have to be honest. I didn't pay much attention to his Vancouver career. I didn't realize until Kenny started rattling off the stats last night just how high up on all their lists JT Miller is.
Yeah, there were a lot of signs and a lot of in the opening of the show about how all the love about JT, but I don't know. When he touched the puck, they were booing him. So I got mixed emotions. Like, well, is this the hero returns? But they did give him a nice ovation, though. When
they did, yes.
Excuse me while I blow my nose. My brains might come out.
I think Kenny said that JT Miller is second all time in Vancouver scoring to only Pavel Bure, if I heard that right. So JT Miller sits he's pretty high up, and like I said, I got to be honest, I don't pay a lot of attention to Vancouver Canucks hockey, and once the games are always at 10 o'clock at night, you see them twice a year. It's just not something I pay a lot of it. I read about them when I read NHL news and stuff, but I don't pay close. It's not like I'm sitting watching Vancouver Canuck hockey every night.
Yeah, well, I think Jonathan Riggs in our chat room, our illustrious chat room, welcome to all you guys, mentioned it. It's not like the Canucks have a great franchise. I mean, was Petre Skriko like third behind those two guys, behind Stan Spiel? And, they don't have a lot of guys that, have, they have the Sundin brothers, right? Sedin brothers?
Yeah, the Sedin brothers, yeah. I mean, they've had some players. They've had some guys
players there.
They've got just as many trips to the finals as we do in the last 30 years.
Yep.
Just one glaring thing missing.
Yes. And Vancouver wore their uniforms that they wore in '94.
They did.
Which I like. I like those jerseys.
Yeah, it was really surprising to me. And I know I said this at the time that they didn't do that. They didn't coordinate that for Sam's last game. At the not his last game. Yeah. They honored Sam at the Garden for that Sunday afternoon, and they did the whole thing. Rangers should have worn white at home that day, and the Canucks should have brought their skates. I think those jerseys are nicknamed just for the whole 94 thing, since we're never going to get past it, we're never going to get over it. Might as well embrace it.
Yeah, you might as well embrace it, I guess. I don't. They haven't really mentioned much of that so far this year. Maybe it's more of a Sam and Joe thing. I don't know.
Cutter, go fuck yourself.
What's Cutter talking about?
He's going to argue everything. Actually, here he comes. Correctile dysfunction. High up on the list. He's 18th in goals. He's 10th in his. He went and fucking looked it up. He had to go look it up because he had to.
I mean,
because he just had to be. He had to be.
He's 18th in goals. I mean, this
because there's no way, even in his mind, even with all the sports trivia that he knows, there's no way he didn't go look that up. So he had to go look it up. The next time you do a show that 3 people show up for, Cutter, I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to correct everything you say.
Well, I'm looking at some of things. The Canucks suck, so do we. I don't know. I mean, the Canucks, they've been doing pretty good this year. The return of Thatcher Demko. I mean, I'm not going to, I'm not throwing a parade for this win. But coming off that Calgary loss, which was, it was a stickaroo big time. I'll take it. I thought Jonathan Quick played really well. I keep thinking to myself, man, what a bargain this guy is. You want to ban?
He wants to ban Cutter.
Oh.
Gong him. All right, maybe I heard Kenny wrong. I thought that's what I heard him say last night. It's 10 o'clock at fucking night, and I'm trying to watch the first period of a hockey game before I pass out. Shut up, Cutter.
Margaret Thatcher Demko. I mean, the Rangers did not get off to a good start in that game. They were hemmed in their zone. It looked like whatever the hell it was Adam Foote. I love how these guys just appear as coaches. Like, I had no idea that Adam Foote looked like that. Adam Foote looked like a mug from like a 1920s Bowery Boys.
Well, it looked like he'd done bare knuckle fighting.
I had no idea Adam Foote looked like that.
Like he was fighting in Walnut Grove. John Garvey.
I was like, wow. And Jonathan Quick. I don't know what is he? I don't know. I feel like let's just spit it out, Ed. I feel like he's like he should be washed up by now, but he's not. He's
not at all.
He's still got the reflexes. He's still got the compete. He's still making really unorthodox saves or saves that this is just high quality, high level stuff. And he really is for a guy that when he first came here, we thought that this guy was a garbage can in net. It's turned out to be one of the more solid backups in the league.
Not all of us thought that way. People were panicked after a preseason with him.
Well, he played with Vegas. He wasn't good, and he was not good with the Kings. So when he came here, we thought, well,
he had a rough preseason.
I think we were justified because we've seen a lot of people taking their last bow, their last contract with the New York Rangers.
Right before they exit the stage, they do it at MSG.
Exactly. But he has been really solid as a backup. And, he played very well last night and made some really, really key saves. And, I watched the game and I tried to diagnose what the problem with the Rangers are. I could tell you, even though they had a good shift on a power play, I was just about to lose my mind when I saw Connor Sheary, Johnny Brodzinski, and who's the other guy? Taylor Rubbish. When they were on the second power play unit, the last 30 seconds, I was about to just. But then they got some chances, so I was like, okay, I'll roll with it for now. But
By the way, do we have to refer to Taylor Radish from here on out, for at least for the time being, as Rangers' top goal scorer, Taylor Radish?
well,
Rangers' leading scorer, Taylor Radish?
Taylor Radish, after we kind of beat him up a little bit, right? He gets the hat trick.
Right.
Okay. I don't know what to say. I mean, I still, my opinion hasn't changed of the guy.
While Panarin, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere continue to be the goal line, the goal a week line.
Well, Zibby got a goal last night, right?
He did. Yes, he did.
I mean, and you got, I mean, this is not a good team. I mean, this when you take the wins. Don't overanalyze it too much, because a win on the West Coast. I don't think Vancouver's got a horrible team. Yeah, they were really beating to death that Quinn Hughes wasn't playing for them, and yes, and Quinn Hughes is certainly a top player. But us without Vinny Trocheck and now Matt Rempe, who's got I guess it's a thumb injury from what I'm hearing, right? I mean, something like that.
That appears to be the rumor.
Why did you say he's got a broken thumb?
I don't know.
What, are people going to attack his thumb?
I don't
I don't
know.
understand.
All I know is that
His thumb's up here.
Cam Scadaboo suffered that horrific, gruesome injury on Sunday against the Eagles, and I know everything that is wrong with Cam Scadaboo today. I know that his ankle was fractured. I know that his fibia or his tibia or his whatever. There were 3 other things wrong with him when they got him under the knife. And like I said last week, I don't know if Matt Rempe has a concussion or a stomach ache.
I mean, I know for us it's kind of frustrating. We don't have the knowledge, but I don't. Again, in with hockey, you don't even know after the season's over what was wrong.
Right.
Like, oh, he had surgery in the offseason, and then you find out maybe if you do some digging what he had surgery on. Like Braden Schneider, wasn't he hurt like all last year or something? Did we ever find out what he was hurt from or what
For a
surgery?
year and a half, he had a torn labrum.
He had a torn labrum?
Yeah, he had to have that.
That's
surgery
that.
on
Oh,
that.
see, I do a weekly show on the Rangers, and I didn't know that. But I got a lot of congestion today. And I got a napkin here, and every time I use a napkin to blow my nose, it looks like I got like a fucking giant handkerchief, like from the fucking
Spring allergies.
Is it spring?
No, it's not.
I don't know what it is. I'm allergic to watching good hockey. I'm bad hockey. Sorry. So
a second here. I think I'm having internet issues.
you're coming clear on this end.
All right. Just give me a second here.
Oh man, I don't know what is going on here. I mean, well, you figure that I could
Just vamp for a second if you
I'll
don't
vamp
mind.
for a second. I mean,
While I check my situation.
I feel like a lot of the pundits of this team, again, I said this, mentioned last week, they focus on all the high profile players, but this team is just not a good team. It's got a lot of like dead weight. But I'll tell you who's not dead weight is the great Sam Carrick. Did you see his fight yesterday? Oh,
I did.
He landed
tell you.
3 bombs. 3 bombs. I knew that guy was in trouble. Carrick could really fight. He's impresses me every time, and he laid a nice hit too right before that. And it was he's a good player, you know. But now with Rempe out, I think they have lost that kind of jam that fourth line had, to use John Tortorella. Yeah, I will agree with you. Noah Laba has been very good too. He seems to put in the extra effort, and as well, he's got some offensive skill. He's got the skating to stay in the NHL. So, but other than that, I mean, again, I'm done with Johnny Brodzinski. I'm just done. Can we move on? So I the Rangers were better defensively behind the net. When the other team works the puck down low and cycles the puck down low, the Rangers get in a lot of trouble. But I don't know. They won 2-0. Did you stay up to see almost the fight between Jonathan Quick at the end of the game?
No, but I saw the video of it. I actually have. I don't know if I have the whole video, but I have some of it. Because I saw it on Twitter this morning. I watched the first period, and then I went to bed, and then I watched the second period and the third period in their entirety on the Gotham Sports app today, in all its glory.
Oh God. My wife called, I think it was the Calgary game. Go to the goddamn sports app, put it on. All I'm getting is the audio. What the fuck? My wife called. She goes, I want a refund. She's so frustrated with it too. Like, we don't give refunds, man.
Right. Of course not.
No. Great customer service, I got to tell you. Anything with MSG or Optimum Online or anything Cablevision, it's all the worst. And my wife's yelling at her, and the lady's just reading from a script. She's like, right. Did you try unplugging it? It's like, get the hell out of here.
Try unplugging it. Did I try unplugging the Gotham Sports app? The hell does that even mean?
Did it take the Roku? And it's like, what?
The only way I can get it to work consistently is that it'll work for a couple of days, then it stops working. I have to delete it, reinstall it, and start all over again. That's the only way I can get it to work.
And then another thing with me, once I start it, like after the first period, like say I haven't watched the first period, but I want to catch up. I'll watch the first period and then fast forward through to the intermission there.
Yeah.
And okay, I get to the second period. Now say I want to fast forward it again. Can't do it. Can't rewind. No, can't do it. Now I'm forced to watch all the commercials, and now I can't skip. I can't rewind. No, nothing. I don't know. It's like the minimum amount of technology for maximum money. Max money, terrible customer service. Yeah, it is total garbage. Yeah, Quick threw a good left there, man. And because maybe he took some inspiration from seeing that. There was a goalie fight earlier, right? It was the Islander game or one of those games. There was two goalies who were going at it, where somebody came down the ice to fight or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, you have any video from last night's game?
Let me see.
Mika scored a nice goal. I mean, I thought, wow, I said 1-0 after one. Maybe the Rangers could have a goal explosion. For all the JT Miller talk, hey, what's this? This is the fire. Oh, this is the horn with
Jonathan Quick makes 22 saves as we get some rough stuff in this corner to his right, and he's right involved in it. It's Quick.
Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that Sherwood finished his check on Gavrikov. So Sherwood's escorted out of the pile already. Gavrikov's not happy. The Canucks aren't happy the way this game unfolded. Jonathan Quick wanted to be a part of things.
He's always been fiery, and he's always been effective, and he certainly was in this game. 64th career shutout for Quick, and that'll do it. Jonathan Quick.
Right there. That was right.
22 saves as we get some rough stuff in this corner to his right, and he's right involved in it. It's Quick.
I like that. Shades of Dan Kluche. I have to go off camera and blow my nose big time. This is becoming
okay.
I may do it on camera. Oh, man. That is a huge snot. Sam, it's getting graphic. First and foremost, right? Nifty play. What does this say?
My internet is atrocious right now.
Wait, I think I've left the program. Jim, are we on? Okay. I'm still on.
You are.
I am. What about Othman? You think they've seen enough? We're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Just making sure you would.
All right. I apologize. My internet has not been good today. And
What are you running the goddamn
I hadn't
app?
had a problem in a couple hours. And but now now it's reared its ugly head. Xfinity is in the process of moving into our neighborhood. I can't wait to ditch our cable company. As soon as I get the word that they are ready, I'm ditching our internet company
Really?
and moving to Comcast. Yeah.
Comcast.
And John Pacini messaged me this morning and he said, "Did you get Comcast yet? I got an email this morning that they're ready to go. They can come as soon as Sunday." I'm like, "No, they haven't got down the street yet." He lives on the opposite side of our little burb here.
I just got a text from Vinny Vasilino said that he's looking forward to the McDavid Kanashiri matchup tomorrow.
Oh.
Let me ask you this. What's your impressions of Mike Sullivan so far? I mean, again, it's a small sample size, so let's not nail him to the cross, but is he moving the needle or?
Well, I mean, as my opinion of him is, I think he's a good coach, and I think he's got the right idea. I just think I just don't think he has the horses. I can see what he wants to do. He wants to win. He knows they've got to win the way they played last night. They've got to win 2-1 or 3-2 because they're not scoring and they're not converting on the power play. And right, they're average at this point. What are they? 4 or 5-5? 4-4, right? 4-4-1, 4-5-1, 4-5-2.
Right.
Excuse me. 4-5-2. Okay, so they're right around 500. They're just under 500. They're not scoring, and they're terrible on the power play. They've only scored a power play goal in, I think, 3 out of 11 games. So they're going to have to win every night until they figure out the scoring. Maybe when Trocheck comes back, it gets better. But how long is this sustainable to try and have to win like this every night? I think we've already seen this team get discouraged for a couple of games, and he had to straighten them out. Supposedly yesterday they watched a lot of video and talked about this is the way we need to play, and this is how it looks when it's right, and that whole thing that they talked about on the broadcast last night. But how long is that sustainable? We know this team is soft mentally. We know that. So how long can they sustain, playing 2-1, being down 1-0, and not get discouraged? I mean, we all see it. They're mentally soft.
Maybe if they were able to string I can't even remember the last time I just won 5 in a row or something. I mean, probably the start of last season, where they won some games in a row and kind of said, bought into listen, we have to button up defensively in order to win games. We cannot afford the margin for error. And also the giving up goals early in games, late in periods. This is stuff we have seen through every coach under Drury. And I even sometimes hesitate to even when the Rangers were playing a little bit better earlier in the season. I don't know, better. It's all relative, but Ranger coaches usually come into the season and things go well. It's the second year that is usually atrocious.
Right.
So I keep waiting for the honeymoon period for Mike Sullivan, but I think you really hit the nail on the head there with saying that they don't really have the horses to really criticize this coach or the coaches or the that surround them right now. I'm just tired of the same old let's mix the lines, all the same recycled excuses with who.
I mean, I get what the coach is trying to do, but last night, granted they won, so as far as the results go, obviously you're happy with the results, but now we call Brennan Othman up for one game, makes a couple of mistakes, he's out of the lineup. Matt Robertson's been pretty solid for the 7 games I believe he's played. He sits last night as well in favor of Vakanainen. So, I just, again, the results are there, but is this going to be, are the Connor Shearys going to get, are they going to get the playing time while guys languish in Hartford just to be traded for more guys like Connor Sheary? I just don't want to head in that direction. And, that's always, I think that's something I'm always going to be afraid of as a fan of this team. But I think he's a good coach, No,
I'm not. I'm just like, I want to get your feelings on, and Matt Morello said that he still hasn't gotten a feel, and I understand that.
That too. And I think he's got certain players on this team where it is just, it's not in their DNA to do what he wants them to do. I think it's in their DNA to do it sometimes, but it's not in their DNA to do it all the time. And, I see a couple of guys that just revert back to the same old East-West. Let's just pass it around and pass it around and pass it around. And then, all right, we'll go chase it down the other end of the ice. It's just in their DNA.
Yeah. And it comes out to, like you're saying, that he doesn't have, for what he wants to play, he doesn't have the players.
Right.
Especially in the higher end of the game.
Right.
You could have guys like Connor Sheary and Sam Carrick, going out there busting their asses out. But you really need talented players that have that mentality as well. Now, I was looking at what is JT Miller? I feel like he's not doing enough. What is are the Rangers going to have to put a moratorium on people named last name Miller on their I mean, he seems to not be doing as well. Am I imagining that, or is that going to be statistically backed up?
Well, he's only got 6 points in 11 games, 2 goals in 11 games. That's probably not enough, right? To sound like Dave Maloney, to coin a phrase. Great on faceoffs. I mean, that's great. 60% on faceoffs, which, is a big deal with Trocheck out of the lineup. I guess Trocheck, by the way, I guess has been skating back in New York, so maybe they get him back for the return to the Garden against the Hurricanes next week for Keandre Miller night, jersey retirement ceremony.
Oh yes, he's been a little bit banged up. Keandre, he's been sitting at that 2-goal, 2-assist mark. Let me check the Keandre board I have here. I look monitoring. I saw Chris Kreider is also hurt for Anaheim.
Is he? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he's missed like 3 or 4 games. That way, my Chris Kreider scoreboard's over there. I'm getting updates by the minute.
He didn't play last night. Day to day.
Day to day.
That's the word on the street here. Day to day. Ducks are playing decent hockey, by the way.
Ducks are holding it together. But
5-3-1.
That's pretty good.
I'm getting regular updates on the Anaheim Ducks, by the way.
What you got? Jacob Truber's there, right?
Yes, as you can imagine, a
You got
member of
your
my household is paying very close attention to what the Ducks are doing.
Oh, okay. Is Frank Vetrano still there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't.
right.
Is he? I thought he went somewhere else.
Frank the Rifle. It seems so many years ago when we had the Rifle.
I apologize. He is still a Duck.
Okay.
9 games, no goals, 1 assist.
Career year.
He'd fit right in. Bring him back.
They made people talking about in the chat room. They're monitoring Filipino. They mentioned him last night. Once again, hurt. He was crashed into. Is he out with a concussion or just another injury to add to the list?
I believe it's a concussion.
Come on, he's got.
Did you see the hit? It was from Tom Wilson.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, again. And I see that the Canucks subscribe to the New York Rangers retaliation of taking care of Tom Wilson, which was never taken care of, by the way. We got Ryan Reeves. He never fought him.
Right. Ryan Reeves.
It was never, that whole thing was bullshit. You go back to the whole he ragdolls Panarin. He's attacking.
Franchise-altering hit.
What was it?
A franchise-altering hit.
Yes. Never, ever was retaliated for. You talk about a wuss organization. You had one job, was the cheap shot Tom Wilson.
Right.
Never done.
And what I watched that hit, the hit that Wilson laid on Hedel. I watched it a couple of times. I didn't think it was dirty. A little late, maybe. Not a cheap hit, though. A late hit.
No, I didn't think it was cheap. It's just you cringe. Like, why, Philip? Why?
It was chest high. You know, it was right under here. Keep your head up.
His family should intervene. Be like, listen, this guy's not going to know who he is by the time he's 45.
Right.
And then last night,
he's been in the league 12 years. It's enough, right?
Yeah, really. I mean, he started with Vigno. I mean, I always remember that. Or Vigno. I saw Victor Mancini was a scratch last night. I don't know. I loved Victor Mancini. He's going to be one of those guys that I'm going to opine for years. I hope that he stays in the league to make it justified on my end, because when I opine, usually it's around some loser. Like I opined on Evgeny Grachev. I opined on Enver Leeson.
You don't opine for just anybody.
No. I champion the worst guys. So, am I done with fucking Lafreniere? I mean, for what it's worth, I thought he played a pretty decent game last night. But he's a fucking bust. He's a bust. What does he do? I don't know what he does.
There are some nights where I don't understand how this guy was a first round overall pick. Consensus, by the way. That is not a slight on the Rangers. He was the consensus pick. There was no, Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning argument. There was no, whatever. Tavares and, whoever was right behind. I forget who was right behind him now. Was it?
I remember the outrage.
Everybody
got that pick.
This was the presumptive pick. I mean, this was, there was no argument.
And it was Brian Burke came out and said it's so unfair that the Rangers got him. Detroit, I think, had the worst record in the league, and they don't get this. And this generational talent, the Rangers get him. Me and you were doing the live ping pong ball or watching a thing. We're going crazy like we won the cup.
Right.
The closest this whole group, all our fans and us come to winning something. We get this pick, and he's a fucking bust. You're right, Jim. I don't know what he did. I got to watch his junior career, because whatever he did, he's not doing in the NHL. I hear he was a playmaker. He's not a great skater. He doesn't have a lethal shot. I don't think he's the greatest playmaker in the world at the NHL level.
It was actually it was Matt Duchene. Matt, there was some scuttlebutt on the floor of the draft that the Islanders were going to take Matt Duchene instead of Tavares.
Oh.
And there were some people who thought at that time that he might be the better player. It was Matt Duchene.
But John Tavares never turned in, like, I remember, this is how I'm getting so old. Remember when I went down to the NHL store? Is the NHL store still in New York?
Yes, it's just moved. It's by the Garden now.
Oh, okay. I went down to the NHL store when he got drafted. He did an appearance there. And he was signing. And now you're probably saying, Ed, why would you go down to the NHL store? First of all, I had nothing else to do. And I was like, well,
cards to be signed.
What?
He had hockey cards to be signed.
He didn't have a hockey card, Jim. He was like, this is like,
okay.
And, there's a lot of scuttle. I was at that draft, that me and Vinny Vasilino were there when he got drafted.
Yes.
And I went down, I got an autographed picture, and I sold it on eBay for like $150. Like immediately. Like I couldn't have that thing on. I could have an Islander piece of memorabilia. It was burning my hands to have it. But I remember that, and I'm like, wow, that really is like quite a while ago. The guy's like in his 15th season now. Or something like that. And he never really developed into, he's a solid, good player. But he never developed into that. But who knows what he would have done if with a competent team his first 5 or 6 years.
Right. His next goal will be his 500th NHL goal.
That's very good. I mean, that is very good.
His best year was his first year in Toronto. Never been a 100-point guy.
I mean, he's a very good hockey player.
Very good.
He's
never gotten his career high is 88 points.
I would kill if the Rangers drafted a guy like that.
Right. Where all he does is play 15 years for your franchise and score 1,120 points. We'd kill for that.
Said he get Alexei Lafreniere.
Right.
Where is he? Lafreniere. He's starting to get a lot of nicknames. That's usually not a good sign when we fans are starting to come up with nicknames about the guy. I'm looking at Lonnie. Lonnie is he's kind of correct there. Not a leader. There was a lot of people in the locker room with the Islanders when he left that said he was. Wasn't there a? Maybe I'm getting that wrong too. Was Mike Pekka with them at the same time? There was like, I don't know, a divided locker room. Maybe it's tough. I don't remember if Mike Pekka, who was the Rangers, the former assistant coach. I don't remember. I don't know history.
Their fans can say all they want about John Tavares. He's still the best player they've had in the last 30 years.
Oh, for sure.
By far.
Alexei, I don't care.
That was quite a draft, that 2009 draft, by the way.
Yeah, Chris Kreider, right?
Tavares, Hedman, Matt Duchene, Evander Kane, Braden Shen, Ekman Larson, Nazem Kadri.
All still playing.
Ryan Ellis, Chris Kreider, Nick Leddy. All those guys are still in the league. Kyle Palmieri, still in the league.
Yeah, Yashin. Why am I? Right. That's right. That's right. I got those two mixed up. Yeah. I don't know why Michael Pekka got stuck in my brain. But yeah, that was a very deep draft.
Ethan Werrick.
What?
Ethan Werrick. Well, we had high hopes for him.
I was hoping the Islanders would have drafted a goalie back then, as you're yelling at the screen. Draft the goalie, Chairman Wang. R.I.P. Chairman Wang.
I think Ethan Werrick has officially retired.
Yeah.
He, let's see, he played He was on the Chinese national team in the 22 Olympics.
He's
Did
a
not know.
Jew.
Huh?
He's a Jew.
Jew. I don't know. He's on the Chinese national team. I'm just reading his Wikipedia.
You know, when they do like that. Jewish people go for Chinese food on New Year's, right? So maybe
On Christmas. They go to the movies.
I mean, the guy.
Whatever. Anyway, he's not. It doesn't look like he's.
I mean, I'm not mocking him because he's Jewish. It just seems odd that a man, actually, I guess a Chinese Jew. I don't know. Don't you have to have some kind of? You got to be born.
Maybe his father's Chinese. I don't know.
He's a communist. Is he running for mayor of New York or something?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get him back on the show. We'll ask him.
Ethan. China, really?
He is a Chinese-Canadian professional ice hockey forward, according to his Wikipedia.
Okay.
Chinese-Canadian.
I saw something fly by. I was telling Jim before the show. There are some Ranger fans still blaming Jeff Gorton for this.
Werek's great-grandparents were Russian Jews who fled to China during World War I.
What?
Where his grandparents grew up before emigrating to Israel, where Werek's father was born. Werek holds Israeli citizenship through his father. Still not sure how. I'm still not sure how that makes him Chinese, but
I think we got to have him on the show.
He was probably the best player on that Chinese team.
I love how we're still talking about a Rangers draft, like 5th round draft pick,
2nd round pick.
Second, wow.
Former guest of the show. That's why we talk about him.
Yes. He was
when he was with the Kingston Frontenacs.
The Frontenacs. That's
another
right.
circumvention by this program. Another maneuver.
Wow.
Back in our younger days when we used to maneuver.
Yeah, we had the energy to maneuver.
Anything to circumvent the Rangers.
Yeah. Yes. Apparently, Matt Morello's reporting that the Asian kid we used for the cutter cutout, also was part of the Chinese national team.
He was on the Chinese national team?
No, I'm only kidding, Cutter. Don't be like, that guy's my friend.
Cutsy's friend, Bill.
Bill. Good man. Good man.
Good man.
I don't know if we should talk about this. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm self-editing in my head.
Let's do a little self-promotion then.
Already?
What do you mean already? It's 7:45.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right. Coming up November 15th. It's only 2 weeks from Saturday. First viewing party of the year, McHale's Pub, New York City. Rangers taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have a Jonathan Quick jersey to give away. We have a Will Borgen jersey to give away. I think we're gonna have another jersey to give away. That's just kind of a what's the word? We'll call it a generic Rangers jersey. It is numbered, but it's not. There's not a player name on it. It's just numbered. But we're gonna give that away. We've got other Ranger gear to give away. The whole thing, Michelob Ultra is going to be there sponsoring us. It's going to be a great day. Win or lose, we will have a great time. I guarantee it. Our viewing parties are a lot of fun. I hope to see you there. I am looking forward to seeing Eddie and everyone else in the Blue Shirt Underground. You'll get to meet Costa, the Johnerts. It's going to be great.
I don't know. Costa's like throwing little things out there. He might not show up.
He's showing up. Matt Morello will be there. My son's coming. Yeah.
Very cool. Lombardi's taking I'm looking up.
Perot might be up by then. You never know.
I hope Vinny's playing by then. He's featured in this wonderful flyer here, this wonderful advertisement.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Of course. It's a Rangers jersey. People will take it. It's if you buy raffle ticket, you win a $200 jersey. Of course, somebody's gonna wear it. That's be able to.
I mean, it could be.
Don't poo-poo.
Yeah, I mean,
he's still a Ranger.
Yeah, he's still a Ranger. It's a free
more games
jersey
for the Rangers than I ever will.
Can you take the lettering off a jersey, or is it like it's like permanently imprinted on there, like kind of? I have no idea.
I think it depends on the. I think it depends on the way they're on the jersey. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
So, but yeah, it's going
But
to be.
these jerseys, now, see, you did not. When did you reveal what these jerseys were going to be? Before the show, I don't think you mentioned it.
I don't. You know what? Because no, I didn't mention it. I honestly just I don't know.
Because the mystery,
For whatever
is
reason,
gone,
I
right?
hadn't mentioned it. But I will tell here. I'll even tell you this: the Jonathan Quick jersey is the alternate that they wore last year, the dark blue with the big logo on the whatever they call those.
The blue and red one.
Yeah,
I like those jerseys.
that the Jonathan Quick jersey is one of those. The Borgen jersey is I believe is a road jersey. And then the generic Rangers jersey is I believe is a home jersey. And then we may have another jersey to give away. I don't know yet. And we've got other Rangers gear. It's gonna be a great time. So I really hope you guys can make it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay.
And then I'll be at the Giants game the next day. What a weekend.
Wow.
Yes. We are staying at an Airbnb, as I like to call
catch
them.
Dabes and company.
Yep. Might be the last stand for that bunch. Never know.
Wow.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to game with Matt, and we tailgating with Matt Morello and Jimmy.
Oh, nice.
His friend Biff, and so yeah, we're just going to stay at an Airbnb after the viewing party over there in Jersey, and then go to the game Sunday morning.
I have never stayed at an Airbnb.
We're big Airbnb.
I know you're very big on it.
We do it all the time.
I
can't remember the last time we stayed in a hotel other than Florida when we go to the Keys. Everything else we Airbnb.
I have an aversion to Airbnbs. And I think this might spill over to how I don't like to stay over people's houses.
Right.
That I don't like being where people live. I may have to go into deeper psychological analysis to figure out what this deep-rooted problem is. I mean, because really, if you think about it, a hotel and Airbnb, I mean, it's somebody who lived there before you. A maid came in, cleaned it, and then you came in.
Well, I'll tell you this much. We've stayed in probably at least 15 different Airbnbs. And I can honestly say that there isn't one of them that I've stayed in that I wouldn't stay in again. Some of them we have stayed in numerous times. But there's plenty of hotels that I've been to that I would never stay at again. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not hip enough. Maybe I'm set in my ways. I mean, I've been to a lot of hotels in my life.
Yeah.
I would say I've had pretty good luck with them. There's one or two I remember.
We've had mostly very good experiences with Airbnb. No complaints. We stayed at one in Hartford that was pretty cool, but we went up for the takeover, and yeah, we've stayed everywhere in Airbnbs.
Brett Anderson saying they used to be, they're convenient. They used to be not so expensive, but now it's getting they're getting more competitive, like more the pricier. Is that you find that?
Depends. It depends. It's just like staying at a hotel. You gotta read the reviews. You gotta look at the fees, and And
wow, this turned into a Travelocity report here now.
It did. It's like sponsored by Expedia.com.
Yeah, I'm just interested in these things because
But a lot of times when Jen and I are traveling, if we're going somewhere, we've got at least 1, 2, sometimes 3 of the kids with us. So Airbnbs are easier, and the girls are. It used to be we could stay at a hotel with 2 king beds, and all 3 girls would sleep in one bed. They're getting a little big for that, so it's nice we could stay in an Airbnb, and there's a couple of bedrooms and things like that, and maybe you don't have to eat out every meal. So we're always pretty happy with the Airbnbs we've stayed at.
All right, awesome. See what else can we
stayed in that one for your birthday party? That was
yes. Thank you for coming out. That's I can't believe in a couple more months I'll be 1 year will have passed.
Yeah,
I still I have a hard time imagining that I'm this age because I really have not matured one bit since the age of 23. 23 is my high water mark as far as I think I've gotten wiser but the maturity is not there. I still like the same thing. I like with 43.
It's going to be
I would
funny
say-
when it's going to be funny when Restream pulls the AI clips to go to YouTube and TikTok, and one of them is going to be all about Airbnb.
Yeah, maybe I should get animated, or you should get animated about something, just so we can get a clip. I mean,
fired up.
Yeah, we'll just get fired up for a clip so it goes viral, because we've been getting a lot of hits.
We got a lot of hits on our
So
YouTube
maybe we
shorts,
should
yeah.
come up with these faux like crazy rants. No, we can't do that, because you know, if we're gonna go
Then
on a
it's not
rant,
real.
yeah, and I felt like last week's they should have captured your rant, which was awesome at the beginning of the show. They're boring, they're bad. I mean, it had alliteration, it had passion, and you know, it didn't. And mine got in there, and I thought it was okay. And I was blathering on and about something, and I was like, Jim should have gotten in there.
Well, it one of the clips that Restream did make was of my rant, but it wasn't the whole thing, and I just didn't like it felt like it was like some context was missing from it, like, because that rant was pretty long. I went on for like 8 or 9 minutes, and it only took it only takes a small piece of that, and I just didn't like the context of it. Like, it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't feel like a statement. So, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt like, it just felt like there was something missing. Whereas the clips that I did post for the show last week, you were getting more of a beginning and an end to the conversation, so to speak. And they just seemed more usable.
I feel like there's going to be I can't foresee this season being a very emotional season for me, because my expectations aren't there. Now, maybe the Rangers will go on a run, and then my expectations will be elevated.
Right.
And then I'll get into a different mindset. But I can't see me going fucking crazy over a team of fucking mediocre players and overpaid fucking stars who don't produce.
Right.
Or and listen, I know Panarin's going to get his points, but he's making cross-eyes passes to, like, Ryan Strome, like ghosts. People are not there anymore. The players, the quality, it's like, I don't know. I can't. I'm not emotionally involved right now.
And brass tacks, Artemi Panarin has 2 goals, so
right.
It's not like I mean, you could easily. He's just as much to blame as anybody. I mean, when Taylor Radish is leading your team in goals after 11 games, I mean, we're
and they're also there's only one guy who can get the puck up the ice, and that's Fox.
Right.
That's another thing. I mean, it's a trickle down effect, and again, everybody really isn't. I just can't get that invested in this team. Other than when Matt Rempe, who's now out, I always enjoy watching the fourth line. But I don't know, man. They should have sent a letter out, because this fucking season is just like
time for a letter.
They should have sent a letter out. And Drury will not make a hockey trade in order to get this team. Just infuse some new blood. And this is a thing. Maybe the AI will pick up AI. Why do the Rangers constantly wait until a player has no trade value to get rid of him? They never sell early. They never. As soon as their question comes up about a draft pick, they always sell until the guy's already exhausted all his credibility, all his marketability, all his tradability, till he's absolute garbage.
Right.
Then they decide to shop him. Like, they couldn't found out in the first week that Brendan Othman stunk, and said, okay, he's just not. No. Now, come on. What are they going to get for him?
Well, they're gonna wind up bringing up Gabe Perreault at some point, and I'm assuming
how's he
Berard's
doing in
gonna come
Hartford?
back at some point. How is Gabe Perreault doing in Hartford?
Yeah, let's. I saw
check it out.
Dylan Garand got a shutout last week. You know me, I champion him, so he didn't look good in preseason, but that was only 1 or 2 games. I'm not gonna sell low. That's the Rangers. I mean, how many prospects did they have, and how many they waited? All these bust prospects, they waited till they fucking shit the bed, then they cut them loose. Oh, so frustrating. Thank God we have Blake Wheeler in the organization.
Is the let's see. I'm not seeing their stats.
That AHL website, that Wolfpack, it's
Oh,
terrible.
it's terrible. Gabe Perreault has 2 goals, 3 assists in 7 games.
Bust.
The team leader in goals is Trey Fix-Wolansky, the Polish Prince.
He's the midget, right?
They're all midgets. All these guys, they're all rather undersized.
What about Dylan Rubrek?
No goals, 3 assists in 6 games.
All right.
Jackson Dorrington has 3 assists in 6 games. I believe he is leading all defensemen in.
What's happening in Hartford? Harpooning in Hartford.
Yes, Jackson Dorrington and Blake Hillman lead the Wolfpack defensemen with 3 points each. And currently, Gabe Perreault leads the Wolfpack with 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists. Trey Fix-Wolansky has 3 goals and an assist. Adam Sikora has scored 2 goals. Carey Terrance, I think that's how you say his last name. He has 2 goals. What?
He's got Terrance syndrome.
Terrance syndrome, yes. Brendan Othman, no goals, 1 assist in 4 games.
Michael Sikora, hasn't he been with the freaking
Adam?
50? Adam, sorry. That's the devil.
I think this is his 3rd year.
It's his 3rd year?
I think so.
I think he's been here longer. I don't know. He's a wise guy. I like him. I can't believe I said Michael Sikora.
Drafted in second round of the 2022 draft.
I guess because I've seen him the last 2 years down at the meet and greet.
This is actually his 4th season with Hartford, but his first season he only played 2 games. Probably end of the year, whatever.
Oh, okay. So, all right. I mean, oh yeah. Well, congratulations on your Blue Jays tying it up there, Cutter.
Yes.
2-2.
Good. Go.
Wow. Well, good luck to you, Blue Jays.
Go Jimmy Key and Rico Cardi.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. I just, again, I don't want to make somebody the scapegoat, but Johnny Brodzinski's been on my list for the last couple of years.
Johnny Brodzinski, my thoughts on him are well documented, but I didn't mind seeing him in the lineup last night because at least he could skate. I feel like this team is so slow.
They are.
And they're not just skating slow. They are slow to react. They are slow to do anything. They are slow to the puck. The passing looks slower. Everything looks like it's in cement. So, Brodzinski, at least for all the other things he's lacking, he's not going to score 20 goals, but at least he's speedy. Speed never slumps.
That's true. So, the Rangers win a game. That's good. I mean, it's a shutout. I feel like we should be more excited. They shut out a team, but
Jonathan Quick tied Henrik Lundqvist last night for career shutouts, NHL. His 67th career shutout.
Where are those two on the list of all-time shutouts?
Hang on and I'll tell you.
And I got to tell you, Henrik Lundqvist didn't have a lot of great defenses in front of him.
Let's see. Hockey References got to have it here somewhere. I just got to find it. Other wins, leaders, regular season playoffs. Hang on.
Playoffs?
Let's see. Most shutouts all time. Martin Brodeur, 125. Sawchuk.
Daddy?
What's that?
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. Sawchuk is second with 103. They're the only two with more than 100 shutouts.
That's crazy.
It is. George Hainsworth, who played for Montreal and Toronto, has 94. Then Glenn Hall with 84. And then Jacques Plante had 82.
Wow.
Hasek finished his career with 81. Luongo 77. I'm just naming guys that have played more recent. Marc-Andre Fleury 76. Patrick Waugh 66. It was 64th last night, not 67th. Jonathan Quick and Henrik Lundqvist are now tied, 64 apiece. And obviously, Lundqvist isn't getting any more. Who knows if Jonathan Quick gets another one? Eddie Giacomin, if you're wondering, he had 54 in his career.
Not bad, not bad.
Yaroslav Halak had 53. Let's see who else. Vasilevsky has 40. Not as many as you'd think he'd have.
Yeah. You know, some of these teams, there's a lot of players like, I don't know if you guys do the fantasy. I know Jim doesn't do it, but I don't know, like Braden Point, his stats suck. A lot of guys, Florida is struggling. Like a lot of guys, I'm looking at like Sam Reinhart and like a lot of these guys who are studs are struggling.
Well, Tampa's slow out of the gate. 4-4, to the point where people are actually questioning if John Cooper's on the hot seat, which I find ridiculous.
What?
Just telling you what I read.
I know.
The aforementioned last week on the show, Cesar Maniago. Did I say his name right, Eddie?
Yes.
30 career shutouts in the NHL.
I didn't get a chance to tell my Cesar Maniago story. I've told this story before because I remember Carter looking it up.
Of course.
I went to, as oft I did in the mid-'70s, in my teens, I would go over to my cousin's house on a Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, I would spend at my grandfather's house in the Bronx. And then we would go to Queens later in the day to go over to my cousin's house. They lived in Middle Village. And sometimes we would say, you know what, I'd get to my cousin's house at 5:30. My mom and her sister would go to bingo. That was a big thing. Old ladies are going to bingo. And sometimes my dad and my uncle would say, let's go to the Ranger game. And at that time, you could go to the box office, especially if there was a bad team in town, get the tickets right there. This is before Hedberg and Nielsen, and, you know, that kind of changed the dynamic. At least they claim it did, but it did, where people brought people back to the Garden. This is,
So this is like the mid-'70s.
Yeah. I mean, it may have been a little bit, maybe. I don't think Hedberg and Nielsen were on the team yet. Anyway, so Vancouver comes to town. Now, they were bad. Yeah. They were bad in the 70s. I mean, they haven't been great ever, really. I mean, that one year against the Rangers, they're probably their best season. I mean, I don't know, but one of their better seasons. Anyway, my father, let's put it this way. I know you love him, you met him and everything. He's a great guy, but I felt like he was trying to get under my skin as a kid. I think he enjoyed that. So he made a bet with his bookmaker on Vancouver when we go to Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Yes. And to my annoyance, I'm going to the game, and instead of having a great memory with my dad, a bonding moment, he's rooting for the other team.
Right.
And who's in net for the Vancouver Canucks that night? The aforementioned Cesar Maniago, wearing a yellow mask. Okay. I don't know what design was on it. I just remember it was yellow or gold. So every time Cesar Maniago makes a save against my New York Rangers, he's going, Save the man with the golden mask. My father, my own father, is trolling me at Madison Square Garden. Well, as you see, I'm going to be 61 soon and still haven't forgotten about it. The Rangers wound up getting shut out by Cesar Maniago that night, 2-0. So I'm sure you could find this somewhere. I think I had Cutter find it one day. Rangers getting shut out at Madison Square Garden, probably around 77-ish, 78-ish, maybe. Could be before that. But when you brought up Cesar Maniago to me last week, see, the mask is not golden there. That's when he's with
No,
the
this is from the North Stars. I'm just showing this because that mask is insane.
Look how big the eye holes are. You can get like a
that is one of the craziest masks I've ever seen.
wow. It's like molded right to your face. Like if that hit you, it's gonna. Wow, that's crazy. That mask. So, the man with the golden mask, ladies and gentlemen, Cesar Maniago. Why my dad did that, I have no idea. Well, he won money. Maybe he was trying to curb, like, no, I don't think he was. I think he just wanted to win money. He probably thought the Rangers were going to lose, and he wanted to ruin my fucking good time, which he did because it still scars. It wounded my inner Ranger child. Yes, he was also a Ranger. That's right. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did see that. Lonnie's talking about they gave away those original the duck masks at the game. Those, they used to be on their well, I guess they still on their logo. Those masks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and Ovechkin's not off to a good start. He's got like 2 goals. Just a lot of guys you would, and I wonder if Ovechkin's hit the wall. But every time I think he's done, there he is, number 30. That's him without the mask.
Yep.
Obviously. But I wonder if Ovechkin, every time I think this guy's done, he comes back. So, I don't know.
How many more does he need for 900?
I don't know. I don't keep up with. Right? Lonnie said Edmonton.
One more. Oh, he's got 2 goals. Yeah. He needs one more.
Blah, blah, blah. Alex Ovechkin this.
He's like 300 pounds. Great.
Alex Ovechkin. I don't know. He's a big boy, though, man. Look at this. What is this? A QR code?
Look at this.
Holy cow.
How fancy we are. If you want to sponsor the show on Patreon, you can scan that QR code. It'll take you right to our Patreon site. We'll
This
put
QR
you in our,
code confused more
in our Facebook group. And in our special Facebook group, we do post-game recaps after most Ranger games. We have special events just for Patreon members. Discounted tickets when we do the Hartford takeover, which we still have to figure out. But yeah, scan that QR code. It works. I did it myself. I tried it out myself.
Well, I was going to say that the over 60 crowd, this confuses them.
Does it? This is confusing. I mean, there's a QR code for everything now.
I know, but technology, like this is a little too advanced. They're there with their camera. Do I need something?
Just turn your camera on and scan it. It'll open up a Chrome. Someone scan the QR code. It just
Yes, if it works.
Just popped up top. Someone scan the QR
code. And also,
code.
if you want to buy me and Jim a beer,
we have a QR code for that too.
Buy us a beer.
Buy us a beer if you don't want to sponsor the show.
Live on air.
Starting
next week.
You can
buy us a beer.
You can scan the QR code, and it'll go right to my Venmo. And then I send Eddie, and then I split it with Eddie.
Lombardi's or how do I scan it? Are you over 60?
Who's asking?
Our boy Lombardi there.
Just use your phone camera.
Scan it with what?
Your camera. Just hold your camera up to the QR code, just like I'm
I
doing
think
right
he's
here.
joshing our galoshes. He knows exactly how to do it.
Is he doing the how do I vote in the poll thing? See? Takes you right to my Venmo.
Wow.
We're gonna be like what's his name? Joey Chestnut from Pittsburgh, or whatever the fuck his name was. Joey Wagner with all the things all over the screen.
Yeah. Remember he had like no
2-0
money.
Jays, back-to-back home runs. Fantastic.
Excellent. Liking that.
Who's pitching for the Dodgers tonight? Tom, is it Rick Sutcliffe?
I think it might be Sutcliffe or
Don Drysdale pitching?
what's the other? Who is Don Sutton?
Todd Sutton?
Fernando Valenzuela. So yeah, that's pretty much it, Robin. What do the Rangers have as far as the upcoming? Well, they got them. Edmonton, never a great place for the Rangers. I feel like McDavid always puts on a show up there for them, but they're struggling.
Oh, actually, Bert Hooton is on the mound for the Dodgers.
Whoa, Bert Hooton. What a
Bert
name.
Hooton.
Yeah.
The Rangers have Edmonton tomorrow night. And then I believe Saturday they are in Seattle. That's
tomorrow night's game. Eurotrash is going to be up there in Seattle.
Yes, tomorrow night's game is at 9 p.m. Saturday's game is at 10 p.m. Then the Rangers are off Sunday and Monday, and they return home to play Carolina on Tuesday, and then back out to Detroit, and then their first game with the Islanders. The Islanders. Everybody hates the Islanders everywhere we go. November 8th. At the Garden, the Rangers taking on the New York Islanders. The red hot New York Islanders.
They're rolling.
Oh,
the Devils are doing well, man.
Yeah. Devils are 8-2.
Devils are rolling along. Until Jack Hughes gets hurt. Dougie Hamilton gets hurt.
The red hot Islanders.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say much about those teams right now because the Rangers are not a well-designed organization, but they'll be back. I have no doubt the Rangers will be back in playoff, and we'll be having the discussions. Do they have enough to win the Stanley Cup in a couple of years? I have no confidence that the New York Islanders will be in that same type of conversation ever for the rest of my life. Devils, maybe. So that's what's going on around the NHL. What's going on with this basketball scandal with the betting and all this?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that
when all of the professional leagues got in bed with the gambling companies, who would have thought it would ever be a problem? Not me, I'll tell you.
No, I mean,
unbelievable what's going on out there. These NBA players. I mean, these prop bets. You're just begging these players to.
I know.
You're just begging them.
The odds you get too are like crazy.
I'm really surprised it hasn't happened with hockey yet. With all these, with all these European players, Russians, these guys, with family back home in Russia, Slovakia, wherever. The mobsters get a hold of them. Oh, tonight, take 3 shots on goal. I bet under, and right. Everybody get a reach. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. It's going to though.
Well,
there will be gambling scandals. Will be as popular as rampant as drug scandals used to be.
Because I used to be a big anti Pete Rose should not be in the. He should not be in the Hall of Fame. I felt that way, kind of based on a moral basis. Like, come on, but now. There's no morality. They took the money. These leagues, and human nature is human nature. And I think it'll happen in every sport. I don't think there's all right, the NBA, the NFL. There's crazy odds on 3 catches or 2 catches, or I don't know. Just tell the quarterback to throw to you twice. I don't know. There's so much.
These prop
Yeah.
bets are just invitations to cheat. They are.
Yep.
And I mean, there's some of these players. I read this story, and I know this has nothing to do with the Rangers, nothing to do with hockey, but we're talking about it. And I was reading this story about this guy. I can't remember. I think the guy's last name is Jones. I want to say Damon Jones, but I don't know if that's correct. But this guy was just a LeBron James lackey and hung around. He had a career that he made $10 million, $15 million in an 8-year career, whatever it was. And then he just became a LeBron hanger-on. And this guy, wherever LeBron went, this guy went with him. When he went to Cleveland and when he went to LA, this guy was just a hanger-on. And he got so far in debt with the gambling that he was telling the gamblers, LeBron's not going to play tonight. Make you bet accordingly. He was selling information on LeBron James. And this guy was millions of dollars in debt from gambling. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
But they'll still take the money. And baseball, I used to hold, maybe because it was like built as America's pastime. And then it just, then they had the steroids and all that stuff. And that kind of ruined that whole facade that it was like, such a clean game. And now it's going to happen in baseball. Like it's going to happen in all the sports. So more, but people need money. Apparently there's not enough money to be had in sports.
I guess not.
It's not. There's always somebody needing to make money.
All right. Always more.
That's all I had to say.
Looks like they're going to the bottom of the first in LA. Jim Clancy taking the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Jim Clancy was a very good.
Jim Clancy.
He was a very good pitcher. Yes.
They had a couple of good pitchers back in those days.
Yes, they did. Toronto always had like a couple of good starters. I remember. Didn't the Blue Jays and Mariners come in the same year?
Yeah, 76, 77, something like that.
Or
sounds right.
And the Seahawks in football, didn't they come in with Tampa?
The Bucks. Yes.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks, the Seahawks were originally in the NFC, and the Bucks were in the AFC, and then they flip flopped, and then the Seahawks wound up moving back to the NFC.
Ah. Wow. All right. So now we've
covered it all.
We've covered every sport. All sport.
We've covered every sport now.
So
stay tuned for NASCAR chat with Jim and Eddie.
Yeah. Buy us a beer. We'll talk more. We'll stay on the air for 15 more minutes.
Super chats.
We're
opening up for super chats.
I mean, after 15 years, 16 years, you got to do the super chat. Everybody take a look at the new background designed by Joe Catroni here, the 100-year anniversary.
Look
at that.
Let me
Dave Stieb, also a very good one.
Dave Stieb was a good picture, yeah. We've got the garden behind us there, and
yeah, look at that.
Our logo, the 100th, the Centennial logo, looks very good. Joe does a phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
I like how each episode's got its own graphic now he's been doing.
Yeah, Joe seems to Joe's done some research for us.
Okay.
And Joe seems to think that those individual graphics and little non-dramatic catchphrases, not like some of these people put up on their shows, but that this is the way to get us more views, that more people will see see our show in their searches and things like that. So we'll see. Hey, I'm all for it. Whatever brings more people in.
Yeah,
the greatest Ranger podcast in history. Everywhere we go, everyone loves this show. Melania's listening to it backstage. Listen to her, folks. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I am. So far this 100 season, this has been a disaster.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
they've got more wins than the Giants had in their 100th season, so they got that going.
Okay, well that's good then.
Got that going.
I would be remiss, and although I am not a diehard Jet fan anymore, the Jets actually won a game.
What a win! What a win! By the way, I watched that game. What a win! I was happy for them. They deserved it. I got
out of band practice on Sunday afternoon before the game started. And I said to my drummer, "The Jets will win today," and he said, What? The Bengals and Flacco and that first half, I watched a little bit, and it just couldn't stop the Bengals at all. It looked like they were going to get run over. But what a win by Aaron Glenn's New York Jets. So they got it, and now they go right into the bye, I think, right?
I'm not sure. I
Who
think
are
so.
the Giants playing this week?
Giants are playing the 49ers on Sunday.
49ers a little banged up.
It is a legacy game, as the Giants call it.
What does that mean?
They're going to wear their 80s jerseys. The field will look like Giants Stadium back in the 80s. They paint the end zones red, all that shit.
Huh. All right. You know,
I think it's something. Let's see here, something like this. I think this is what they're doing on Sunday.
Ooh, that's
Something
nice.
along these lines.
That brings me back. Yeah.
So,
MetLife Stadium branding, where players go to get injured.
Right.
Apparently, that turf is really nasty.
that's what they say. But apparently, there's been studies done that say it's not as bad as people think it is.
Oh, okay.
I still don't see how it's better than grass. But what do I know? I don't own a football team. I don't own a football stadium.
And you guys like Aaron Glenn's capri pants. Well, he's no Tom Landry. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, we covered it all. The whole worldwide of sports. The agony of defeat. Well, let's go Rangers. Surprise us. String 3 or 4 in a row. Let's get us something positive.
That would be nice. A few wins here. Maybe they catch Edmonton at the right time. Roger Nielsen always said, it's not who you play, it's when you play them.
That's right. And, just play it close to the vest and get timely goals. You might be able to win some games.
They lost 2-0. Edmonton shut them out at the Garden. But that was a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game. They gave up the late empty netter.
And McDavid wound up getting a point with the empty netter, but they contained him and Draisaitl pretty well.
They did. I mean, that was Skinner made 30 saves. Henrique got the late empty net goal. But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty well played game. So hopefully they can build on that and
Stuart Skinner.
Just get this West Coast trip over with and get the hell home so I can watch these games. I don't like watching. I sat and watched the whole second period. I watched third period today, but I don't like knowing that I don't like knowing the ending.
Right.
I like being watching the game, taking part in our group thread in the Facebook group and chatting with everybody and I don't like shutting the game off and going to bed.
I know. Listen, this is.
I hate these West Coast swings.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But
I still don't understand why, when they play a West Coast game on the weekend, why the game still has to start at 10 o'clock at night. I don't understand that. The game against Calgary that night started at 8, which is okay. But like Saturday night, they're playing in Seattle at 10 o'clock. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do they have to play at 10 o'clock at night? In Seattle, why can't they play? The Rangers play home games on Saturdays at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Garden. Why can't they do that in Seattle so that the East Coast can watch the game at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock? I don't understand that, but that's the NHL.
Well, when we get Gary Bettman on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He's so accessible.
Got a better chance of getting Gary Renicky on this show.
So that's the story, Morning Glory. We are
that's about it.
Put it in the books. An hour and a half of New York Ranger talk.
Mostly commercial free.
Mostly commercial free. And I'm excited about the Jonathan Quick jersey.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice. It's going to be a really good time.
It is. It's going to be a great day. We'll have a lot of fun. And we booked parking last night. We're going to drive into the city. I actually got the parking lot right across the street from McHale's for $23 for the day.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I always go at.
Yeah.
that's the best one too.
Yeah.
They're
So
good.
I looked it up on Spot Hero last night. It was $23. I said, done.
All right.
So we'll get into the city, probably walk down to the Garden, go to the team shop, and then we'll be back up at McHale's by 4:00 usually.
Sounds good, brother man.
All right. Well, that's all we got. Cue the music, baby. There it is. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. We love you guys. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go
Eddie,
Rangers.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
It's just a never-ending joy being with you and the rest of everybody.
Absolutely. And I guess let's hang on before we real quick. We'll take a quick look at the schedule. I know I just did this, but night-wise, let's see. They play Tuesday against Carolina. So you want to come? You want to do Monday or Wednesday next week?
Monday.
Monday. All right. So we will be back Monday night. We will see you then after this. That's right. Everybody loves the Monday night shows. All right. So we'll see you guys Monday night at 7:00. Check out the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, everywhere. Don't forget to click the bell, like the show, subscribe, do all that shit. Click QR codes, everything. Be at the viewing party. We're making a lot of demands on your time. We love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you all.